good evening and welcome to a special Staffs TV programme where we'll take a look behind the scenes at your student union television station. My name's Andrew and tonight we'll be showing you how many people it takes to put on a standard 20-minute programme. We'll be taking a behind the scenes look at Stafford Varsity 2014 and we'll also introduce some of our new lovely Staffs TV crew, along with some of the new and not so lovely old crew. But first, we're pleased to welcome last year's station manager and all-round happy chappy, Mr. Hamish Mullen.
Hello, Andrew.
Good evening, Hamish. Thanks for joining us. So, firstly, what's it like being back in the studio?
I must say it's very different being back in the studio. I'm like just coming here now and just seeing how everything has changed. You know, the way that they've sort of adapted to their own, almost to create their own sort of running orders, their own sort of style, their own sort of almost sort of fun, crazy environment. It's quite different.
Oh, brilliant. Well, I'm glad you approve of that. So have there been any shows that you've seen so far that you've thought that's actually really cool, or you've sort of wished you were back involved with?
So I really liked the first show that they did, the first Give It a Go show that they did. And I managed to come along to the studio for a brief stint of that just to sort of help them with the sort of handover period. And I really sort of enjoyed the sort of fresh rebrand that they've given out to everything. Everything seemed a lot more fun, a lot more, but it still has a sort of professional edge to it, and everything just seems generally really more enjoyable. So
it's much more of a sort of student-run thing, but with that professional quality.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad that you think that. Was there a specific event last year, because you were station manager here, that you really enjoyed covering?
So I would say last year the biggest highlight for me was probably the leadership race coverage. I mean, like, that was just an absolutely fantastic experience for me. I might admit it was 3 weeks of constantly filled stress every single day. But just the amount of work that we put into it, and then just the payoff was absolutely amazing. But at the end, you know, everyone was basically in tears just because the stress was finally over, and it was just absolutely amazing.
But a really worthwhile show, and there was a big studio audience during that show. We had a load of people in here. It was really busy. It was an actual event that we put on. A really good fun. I was part of it for a little bit. But yeah, that whole thing for the whole student union to come down was really enjoyable. I imagine really stressful.
Well, exactly, yeah, it's really stressful, especially, well, as you said, with a large studio audience, you've got even more pressure to perform. You can't do any of the silly stuff that, you know, that sometimes occasionally goes on during rehearsals and things like that. You know, everyone's literally got to be all dolled up, all nice, all professional.
Exactly.
You know, but it was still absolutely amazing payoff just to see the end result and for everyone to be so happy with it as well.
Yeah.
It was just absolutely fantastic.
And with people coming in that we may not have worked with before, sort of special guests to just come on the show that we may not know. You've obviously been here, you know how this runs, so you know you want to come on at this point in time onto the stage. But for sort of just your student union members who we brought on who might be quite nervous to come and talk on camera, that sort of thing as well, to get them involved, was that difficult to deal with? It
was very difficult, but that's sort of where the meticulous sort of 3 weeks of planning went into it, because, you know, we just had to constantly think on our feet, make everything really accessible, really open, so, you know, even just a common Joe could walk off the street and could literally stand behind the podium and be able to do whatever they needed to do, basically. So.
But that comes with the professionalism of the job, I'd hope, and the friendly crew that we've got here that hopefully we'll meet later. One of the events that we covered last year was Stafford Varsity. And I believe you've brought along some footage to show of a documentary you did for your final year project.
Yeah, so for my final year project, I created a documentary around the Stafford Varsity coverage that StaffsTV did. So for the entire day, I sort of did a fly-on-the-wall sort of observational documentary where I literally followed them around with a camera throughout the entire day. I told them to ignore me, you know, not pay any attention to them. Even
Which I don't think happened. I think they saw you a few times. So there were definitely there moments that I was like,
yes.
Hi, Hamish.
Yeah, most definitely. But I think, you know, for the general idea of it, it was really sort of great to get that sort of behind-the-scenes look of everything that StaffsTV did, especially from my perspective. Normally at these events, I'm normally directly involved. People are coming to me, asking me questions, saying, oh, where's this, where's that, how's this happening? And everyone gets all this stress-filled. But I just thought it was really great just to take a step back and literally just watch everything that they've done for the entire day.
I imagine it's slightly strange as well, the fact that you have to sort of back away and just like, I'm just going to let them do it, just let them take control. And if something goes wrong, I can't step in and help. I've got to be here and like just see what happens.
Well, that's it. If anything, that's almost sort of very sort of stressful, almost panic attacky on my part, is to say, I know how to fix this problem. Just please, like, look over here, and I can give you subtle signals, like just click that button, or the part that you want is over here, and you just can't see it.
Just passing in notes. Just press this button, just that one button.
Exactly,
we'll fix everything. I know what to do. Please, just maybe look at me. Just say something. So, without further hesitation, let's have a look at this video and see what you've done with it.
I don't like this.
Nobody films start like this. There's going to be somebody over there.
No, that switch doesn't work.
Is there one behind the door?
Oh, this is
Right, I'm just going to go with
It
Aaron.
was that, yeah.
Oh no, there's not one behind it. Oh, it's those things.
No.
That side?
I'll just go and ask.
It's like, yeah, I think.
Have they knocked it on for you up there?
Oh.
I'll go and check there.
Oh, thank you.
We're turning it on.
Oh.
Sorry, that was really bad. It did not work as well as I thought it would at all.
Turn it on one for us.
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
That was actually because I switched.
It wasn't that switch.
There's
I
the
turned that
fuses.
one already on.
No, it was that one. They just switched the fuses back
Yeah.
on. So it
Let's
makes
go and
sense to
see
me
this
in the middle.
bottle.
Can we
A
move
bust
all
is
the
going to
stuff
happen.
that way?
Yeah.
So we've got kind of there to the back. If we're going to see that.
The arena of champions, where legends are born. Heroes are made. No, I'm going to do awful sounds today. Yeah, I'll be on it. Yeah.
So okay. Okay. Who's doing it for the other?
At the moment, it's me doing both, one in one ear, one in the other.
Ah.
Gonna be beautiful.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do two graphics at the same time.
Oh.
I don't know how they expect me to keep score of two different games at the same time.
That's gonna be.
Two games that I don't know how.
But you're not being scored for 2 games.
I'm assuming football should
It's
be
not
okay.
now. Apparently, I'm supposed to be doing both.
It's not going to work.
Do both as well as you can.
I'm assuming football will be okay.
Well, I don't know how
I think it
to.
would be alright because
Rugby's
it's
easy.
not gonna be like basketball where the score's updated every like 5 seconds.
And you think about rugby.
Don't want to stick that back up. I've drawn blood already. It's only 9:15.
I don't know who the first aider is.
Put some morale music on.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Put the A-team tune.
Go
Teamwork makes the dream work. Oh yeah, get ready for some awful puns today, boys. It's gonna be absolutely horrible.
What have you taken during the night? I've never seen you so chill before.
That's because it's morning.
Oh, you're a morning.
I'm not a morning person.
Oh.
I just try to be over happy in the morning
okay.
so that other people who aren't morning persons like mornings.
Right. Moving it that way.
Yeah.
Sort of push it.
There's men lift behind the somewhat man.
Lifting it, please.
Maybe not, it just goes further into the wall.
This is just. No.
What is this?
No, that's not happening, is it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Unless we get somebody from the gym to do it.
Nathan has been helping the presenters get their last minute rehearsals in, ready for the opening speech. But Mitchell has been encountering some technical difficulties and things that aren't quite going to plan.
The blue box you got over, where is it? Should have been the third one.
There isn't a third one there.
There was a third one.
Well, no, I brought the two.
You were missing 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes.
Yes, this is it.
30 seconds. That's a bad part.
No, I didn't know there was a third one.
Okay, sound guys.
Camera.
No.
Mitch, are you wanting him to be on a presenter mic?
Yes.
Is that fine? Yeah.
Might as well link up.
Blue box.
You on 129.
No, blue box.
They're doing the speech first, then after.
Come on.
I think you can do it all as well. What time? Very excited.
Right, DNC.
One of us shouts out, I don't know you're American! Everywhere!
On TV, I can edit.
Carry the audio.
And then I want
I'm going to take that into that.
Okay.
Okay, so it'll be more over, you can deal with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got that out. Okay, the one the mic comes in, yeah, you do that, okay. This is the one that Chris sent me to, yeah?
Yeah, James.
With all the players ready and only 2 minutes until the welcome speech starts, James and Mitchell are trying to resolve their issues and get online.
That one is live, so that one has to stay on copy.
We're having,
Renfeld starts.
Please stand by, so you've got a check. So I've got the live.
Hopefully.
I can't see.
it's not streaming.
Oh, okay.
No, don't touch that.
Come on, Rich.
He's got 2 jokes in the shot.
Basically, we all get touch data.
It's not starting.
Is the Ethernet cable plugged in? Have you got internet?
Yes.
Are we?
Yeah, no, that's not it. That is not it.
Are we ready?
Sorry.
What's broken?
Everything.
Can you not just stop streaming with one?
Click the start stream button now.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Please start the preview player to actively see
Oh, yeah, scroll down, click preview player. You can cut the camera.
Go to the old MX Lite if you haven't got that working.
They can't just do this without recording it.
Can you give us 30 seconds, max? No.
A minute. I got to watch.
Right, hang on, it's loading now, hang on.
Nothing's going to
Chris, give us till 4:30.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
Football starting fairly quick, so I need to get them out to the changing rooms that way.
Why do we need to record what he's saying?
That's why I say if you turn the speaker
Chris?
on, I'll tell them football like things disappear.
Should I delete the second camera when we do this on stream?
Yeah, do that.
Right.
30 seconds. Double check.
So which one's the graphics going through now? This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Live, straight.
Okay, right, we're live. Go.
Are you on down there?
Are you on that level? You want that?
What's that?
Once these are tested, I'll check, make sure the Vision Mix is receiving them. Can you put them on the floor?
Oh, do you want me to go and see Vision Mix?
Oh, you're not. Oh, shoot. Just there, is it? That's fine. Oh, balls. Doesn't fit. Do we have another 5-way?
Meanwhile, Nathan is ensuring the presenters are ready for their performance.
And we'll do practice.
Okay. Would you want me to stand off shot then?
If you want.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter, it's a practice.
Yeah, I know, but...
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Staffordshire University. We put this together in about 10 minutes. Yes.
Okay.
We've got 15 minutes to get rugby going, just saying.
Yeah, then...
Cool, yeah.
With the technical problems resolved, the team pushed on through the day, just waiting to go home.
Well, thanks for joining us there, Hamish. It's great to see a little bit of varsity and hopefully of what we can produce next year. It's great to see you again, and hopefully you'll continue to do as good a professional products as you do in StaffsTV and what we've seen all of last year. Thank you again for joining us.
Well, yes, thank you very much for having me. It's been
good to see you. So right now, we're here in the studio, and if we take a look at what I can see, we'll find that we've got cameras 1, 2, and 3, manned by Jane, Jonathan, and Lydia. We've also got the cameraman that you're looking at, or that I'm looking at right now, which is James. We might do a little bit of a selfie later on if we can get it done. Their job is to make sure that what you see on screen is correctly framed, looking good, most importantly, in focus. So if I start running around and try and confuse him, oh, he almost lost me that time, didn't get it in rehearsal. But that's what their main job is to do. I'm here, Jonathan's here. How are you doing, Jonathan?
I'm fine. Everything seems to be going all right today. Yeah.
Going well. You haven't made any terrible mistakes so far? I haven't seen any.
Not really.
Not any that you're going to admit to?
No,
not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
But doing a good job. It's your first year here with StaffsTV, isn't it?
It's my first year here. Yeah. I've been doing this 3 weeks so far, so.
It's going all well.
It's been quite good. Yeah.
Mainly camera, or are you going to sort of broaden your aspects out?
Mainly camera at the moment, but I'm hoping to kind of do some kind of presentation kind of stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Brilliant.
Soon, at some point.
Well, that's Jonathan, one of our cameramen. We've got Jane and Lydia in here as well. They are our camera people in the main studio that you can see. So we've had to do all the rigging of the lights up above me that you can see, and the staging and all of that we rig before the show. So there's a lot of things that we do before you actually see us. That's one of them. So we'll move through now to the gallery. This is where all of the camera feeds, all the sound is sent. So in here we can have a look, and we've got the auto cue, vision mixing, and the VT machine. So auto cue, what I'm actually saying to you at the moment is written down. They'll scroll through it as I talk. We've got vision mixing here with Rich, who, so every time we have to switch through a camera, he's going to be shy. He's not going to come and give us a wave. He's there he is, love it. And we'll come down all the way to VT. So when we show a video, like the one we just seen, Hamish's documentary, Aidan here is the one who needs to go and make sure that that comes on at the right time so we don't have an awkward silence. But brilliant. It's a good job so far. How are you enjoying it, Aidan?
Yeah, it's going really well.
No. Going well?
Yep.
Cool. No hiccups? Everything going well?
No,
and
it's all good there.
Dave here, our floor manager, tells me exactly what I need to do. Very sussy. It's like a high-intense game of charades.
It's a very fun game of charades.
A very fun game of charades.
I love it. I just love bossing you around.
Oh,
you get to smile on camera.
Telling me to smile all the time, yeah, it's good. He's from Liverpool, don't you know?
Yeah.
I didn't realise.
Because people always feel that they need to point this out. So
yeah, it's something that needs to be, just in case they didn't figure
As
out.
if this isn't Scouse enough.
As if it isn't.
Yeah.
But, so that is the gallery. Thanks for showing us around for a little bit. We'll walk back through. So in here, this is where all of the feeds from the camera is sent so that we can see what's happening and we can control it. Through these doors here, we'll just turn and have a look, is our sound department. Obviously at the moment I'm being mic'd up, so all of the words that I'm saying, everything I say, all of the background music, our VTs, are all sent through into there. So as soon as I need to say something, they're the ones who control it in there. We're going to move all the way through to the mechanical room, I believe it's called machine room. Thank you, our committee member there, just reminding me what it's actually called. So in here we've got Dave and Ollie who are making sure that the stream is working and all going straight out to you as seamlessly as possible. So it's through StaffsTV live.co.uk, and we can go and watch the stream for you guys when you're actually coming on and viewing us. So that's the machine room for you. That's where all the big cables and plugs are, that if something gets ripped out, it's an absolute nightmare to fix. And that's it. That's a quick tour around the StaffsTV studio, and you can quickly see how many people it takes to create a program that you've seen already. For outside broadcasts, like StaffsTV's varsity coverage, it's a whole load different. It's a massive event that we put on and show to the entire world that you guys can stream in as well. Look forward to the later in the year. We'll go over to Stoke versus Kiel and Stafford versus Wolverhampton, bringing you those when they come round. I'm now going to introduce you to Catherine, who is one of our first years here. Come up and take a seat. And we're just going to see, you've joined us at StaffsTV. Come take a seat, it's fine. No worries. And we can see. So, firstly, Catherine, what do you study here?
I'm studying a Bachelor of Science in Film Production Technology.
Sounds intense, but I just study music tech, so that's really simple just to sort of tell people. What do you have to do on your course?
Well, so far we've done a lot of film work, so we've already done a bit of editing. It's just so practical, it's been great, just learning all the new techniques and meeting everyone, it's been really fun.
Oh, brilliant. So things like this, where you get to get hands-on with a camera, actually go and do a TV show, as it were, streamed to everyone that's watching now, is great fun, hopefully. I say it's great fun.
Yeah, it's been great getting involved in the societies and things like the Staff Union, and it's absolutely amazing. The Film Society's been great, and just StaffsTV, it's just a great experience.
So Film Society, I assume, watching films, so I would enjoy that, just sort of chilling back, eating some popcorn, nachos and dip.
Hey, we make films too.
You make films as well, okay. So there's a bit more than I'd assume.
But it's great working on things like StaffsTV, because you start to build relationships and friendships between the staff and members, and it's just great because it's just the lighting, the sound, it's just great to learn about and get hands-on experience.
Yeah, it's something you don't really get, because I assume before you were at sort of a college, so there's been a step up from college to university. How's that been for you?
Yeah, it's definitely been a step up. When I were at college, we did a lot of theory, so it's been great actually getting hands-on and actually getting the experience, so that when I go into the industry, I know what I'm handling.
Yeah,
I know
you can say, I've done this before, I know how this works. So, yes, great sort of, yep, I know that cable should be plugged in there, but when you actually see it, is that actually what you're doing, or am I about to break something? That's right, I've done it in the past. It's not a problem if you do, just slightly costly. Have there been any highlights? What's your highlight been for this year?
My highlight, I think, has been using the AutoCue with StaffsTV. It's something really great, learning the different jobs. I didn't want to go for camera straight away, because I just think there's so many parts of a production crew that you can learn about. I think it's really great to help.
I was going to say, we met a few of them today, which has been great fun. I hope you guys have all enjoyed the sort of behind-the-scenes look. And that brings us to the end of tonight's look behind the scenes at StaffsTV. Next week, we have a brand new programme in our schedule, and you can keep up to date with that following social media. So on Facebook, on Twitter, just search StaffsTV. Until then, good night.